Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
A shooting sends 2 people, including a police officer, to the hospital. We have the details. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7 tonight. I'm Lena Bleets. We begin with top stories. A Henderson Police sergeant and a suspect are being treated at Sunrise Hospital after a shooting earlier this afternoon. At a press conference this afternoon, Henderson Police said around 1 p.m. today, officers found a Jeep with a stolen license plate in a parking lot at 120 East Lake Mead Parkway.
The on-scene sergeant located the Jeep, which was parked in the parking lot. As he attempted to make contact with the driver of the Jeep fled and struck the sergeant. The sergeant then discharged his firearm at the vehicle.
The Jeep later crashed into another car, and police say the driver and the passenger ran away. The driver and the sergeant are reportedly in stable condition at the hospital. Police say there is no danger to the public. Firefighters from across the valley are helping fire personnel and residents in Los Angeles as they battle raging fires and the devastating aftermath. 45 firefighters from the Clark County Fire Department, Las Vegas Fire Department, and Henderson Fire Department make up 2 strike teams providing assistance, according to Clark County. The county said one strike team is in Brentwood helping local firefighters to, quote, provide structure protection in Mandeville Canyon. The other strike team is helping residents returning to what's left of their homes in Eaton near Pasadena. The Las Vegas Aces holding a donation drive at the team's headquarters Sunday to help those affected by the California wildfires. The team is working with the WNBA's LA Sparks to distribute donations.
LA is part of our family, part of the WNBA family, and we want to make sure that we're there for them. And I know that every other WNBA team feels the exact same way. So whatever we can do to help, we're going to do that. Donations
included diapers, N95 masks, air purifiers, and even ventilators. 2024 was the 4th deadliest year on Nevada roads since 1991. That's according to the Office of Traffic Safety, which says there were 412 traffic deaths last year, a 6% increase compared from 2023. According to the state, the top contributing factors in the deadly crashes were speeding and impairment. Officials say between 50 and 60% of those who die in road crashes have an impairing substance in their system. Through a new task force, Lieutenant Governor Stavros Anthony hopes to prevent transgender women and girls from participating in women's sports. Anthony told the Review-Journal he formed the task force because he believes there is a potential unfairness in transgender athletes competing against women and girls. LGBTQ advocacy groups described the task force as an attack on transgender Nevadans and a political move. It's not clear how many transgender student athletes participate in Nevada sports. In a Senate hearing last month, the NCAA's president said there are fewer than 10 transgender athletes he's aware of competing in collegiate sports. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Tonight we're looking at temperatures in the 30s, reaching an overnight low of 36 degrees by 6 a.m., then warming up to a high of 58 and low of 37 tomorrow. The rest of the week we'll see highs in the low 60s and lows in the low to mid 30s. Saturday and Sunday we'll see highs only reach the low to mid 50s and overnight lows in the low 30s with a forecasted low of 28 next Monday. And we'll see plenty of sun, no rain in the forecast through the weekend and next week. In business, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. If you're looking for a new job, there will be 10,000 of them available at a job fair this week. 60 employers will be taking part in the job fair, which will take place Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Boulevard Mall. They include MGM Resorts International, Caesars Entertainment, and Station Casinos, along with employers in healthcare, local government, culinary, and academia. If you're interested, you can register at westcoastjobfairs.com. Admission is free.
Now for your sports update, brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. Over the weekend, the Aces placing a core tag on guard Kelsey Plum to keep her on the roster. The core designation works a lot like the NFL's franchise tag, giving the player a guaranteed 1-year Supermax deal worth about $250,000, as well as taking away the player's ability to sign with another team. Plum is a 2-time WNBA champion, 3-time All-Star, and 2-time Olympic gold medalist with the Aces. She averaged 14 points and 4 assists per game in 2024.
Health, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. It's respiratory illness season, and health officials are urging residents to take precautions. Anaya Collins tells us what they're recommending.
Illnesses such as COVID-19, the flu, and RSV remain high across Clark County. So far this season, the Southern Nevada Health District says over 430 people have been hospitalized because of the flu, and 7 people have died. The health district recommends getting vaccinated, washing your hands with soap and water frequently, and seeking treatment if you have symptoms, especially if you're at a higher risk of severe illness.
It's a lot of respiratory illness, fever, cough, runny nose or congestion. Sometimes people complain of muscle aches or headaches and chills. People not taking the precautions or perhaps forgetting to do the hand washing or not getting vaccinated, that's sometimes a cause of increased transmission.
Another valuable tool is testing. Free COVID self-test kits are available at health district locations across the county. To learn more, you can visit snhd.info/COVID testing.
Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. Another name coming into the Raiders coaching search, Vance Joseph. The Raiders reaching out to the Broncos for permission to interview the defensive coordinator to fill the shoes left by Antonio Pierce. Joseph was at the helm of the defense for the Denver Broncos since 2023. That defense allowing the 3rd fewest points in the NFL this season, as well as ranking 1st in the league in sacks. This is the 7th known candidate the Raiders are interested in pursuing as a head coach for the team. Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Pipe Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Kansas City Chiefs are 8-point favorites over the Texans at Arrowhead Stadium on Saturday in the first of 4 NFL divisional round playoff games. The total for that contest is 41.5 points. Houston is plus 375 on the money line. The Detroit Lions are 9.5-point home favorites over the Commanders on Saturday night. The total for that contest is the highest on the board at 55.5. Washington is plus 425 on the money line. And the Baltimore Ravens are 1-point favorites over the Buffalo Bills in Sunday's matchup at Buffalo. The total for that one is 51.5 points.
In your lifestyle news, more than a decade after closing on the Strip, a restaurant is setting up there once again. These are the renderings for BOA Steakhouse, set to open this summer in the Palazzo Tower of the Venetian. It'll take over the space where Villa Azur closed in early December after a 2-year run. BOA closed in 2012 and the Forum shops at Caesar's Palace after a 7-year run. It will serve signature dishes like its 21-day dry-aged tomahawk steak and free-range lamb lollipops, along with cocktails like the Smoke Show. Now for entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, with live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Sammy Hagar helped open a new venue on the Strip this weekend. LVRJ entertainment columnist John Katzlamidas caught up with him and has the latest on his plans.
Sammy Hagar rocks as hard as ever at age 77, and he's just completed a 33-date world tour. But you can say that those days are about over for the Red Rocker. He told me Friday night after sound check at Caspian's at Caesar's Palace that he's not interested in touring anymore. His body is just not going to take it. However, he will be performing in residency at Dolby Live, and if it works out there, he'll add another and add another. So if you want to hear those Van Halen classics, you're probably only going to hear them in Las Vegas.
Thanks for watching 7 at 7 tonight. Watch 7 at 7 twice a day, Monday through Friday, and search Review Journal to follow us on your favorite streaming platform. See you tomorrow morning for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studios, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.